Good morning, G.U.A.R.D.S gamers. Today we're going to talk about using your starter box to play a quick game, to get to know the rules, to play out a scenario. And we are suggesting that you take your table that you've set up for wargaming, using whatever game mat that you use, and have a U.S. deployment zone. Pick the center point of the map and then have the Germans deploy in cover and hiding on the opposite side of the map using our terrain rules from our previous video. Here we've set up an outline for a quick engagement where the road bisects the map, and then you have the Sherman coming on one side, and if you have the deluxe set, you'll have a Sherman and infantry coming on, so you can deploy them on the U.S. deployment side within 12 inches of the edge of the map. And then on the German side, I would have them be hidden, and you can use the tokens, the suppression markers that come with them, to show where they're at. You can take your 10-man squad and divide it up into 2 5-man squads with Panzerfaust in it. And then your hero unit would be your third unit standalone. Or you can deploy him with one of your other 5-man units. So you have one 5-man unit and maybe one 6-man unit. And that's how that would play out. So that's just one possibility for it. Hidden deployment for the Germans. Americans come on. The Americans have to make it to the other side of the map. Another suggestion would be to have your board set up with 2 areas of rubble or terrain. It could be hills, woods, ruined buildings, farmhouses, however you want to set it up. And the Americans would come on from one edge, the long edge of the map, and the Germans would already be deployed in the defending positions, hidden. And then the Americans would have to figure out, where they can, where they're at, and make it to the other side of the map. So it's a simple like ambush scenario that we set up, where the Americans have to make it from one side of the map to the other. The Germans have hidden deployment, and you have an attacker defender situation. That would be the easiest way, I think, to deploy your units. The next one is the scene from Saving Private Ryan, where you have buildings on one end. The Germans would deploy, and then the Americans, using the Sherman, would have to defend the bridge before the Germans made it to the Alamo. So that would be my suggestion for laying that scenario out. Again, all of them are really quick and easy, down and dirty. We showed you how to use the Army Builder, how to build your Sherman out. And then if the Sherman gets knocked out and you dismount your crew, now you have 5 crew with submachine guns, assuming none of them get killed in the disembark phase of the attack on the tank. So it's something really quick, a way to get to know the rules. And again, you can expand your armies to whatever size you want, depending on the points that you're using, and as long as you and your opponents agree. You can also have asymmetrical warfare, right? So that would be my suggestions for running a game using the miniatures that you have just straight out of the box to get in, down and dirty. While you're painting, your miniatures, or waiting for, or adding to maybe some things that you already have. Cigar box mat makes some really good 2D terrain that you could use if you don't have 3D terrain. Um, Fat Mats also has some really good stuff. Uh, I recommend those two for like laying down a good mat, adding onto your game for more immersion. For you experienced gamers, you know, you already have a ton of terrain. You already have 1,000 armies and probably 3 different scales. But this would be my recommendation for those that are new. And Empire's Fall is your first experience in wargaming. And with this, you can bring a buddy along. We're also working on single player rules. We'll submit those probably the first quarter of next year if we don't get them done sooner. But we have a lot of six in the fire. And as you know, there's only two of us out here pounding away at this to make it happen. So, you know, enjoy it, right out of the box. These are ways that you can do it without having to um, wait for more stuff, that you're getting for Christmas or anything like that. You can use the stuff that you already have um, with the tokens, the base markers, and the miniatures that come in the two-player starter box. And I know some of you went for much larger bundles and you added more stuff to it. Feel free, have fun, you know, and the whole purpose of this is to make this game your own. So I hope that helped to clarify and most of all, happy gaming.